All right, now adding and subtracting. So with number 6, here we have one fraction, then we have a whole number here, right? And so remember, what we can do is just put a 1 underneath. Then we want to find a common denominator. So in this case, it's pretty easy. Whenever you have a 1, you can actually just mirror whatever the other one is, because 1 times anything is itself, right? So if I want to get a 3, I just multiply by 3 on top and bottom. And so what I'll have, and remember, once again, we're trying to find a common denominator, so that's what we're doing here. So now I have this plus 12 over 3. And now all I have to do is just combine these numerators, okay? So it's just going to be 2c minus 7 plus 12, right, all over 3. You don't have to necessarily show that step, but I just wanted to put it out there just so you see what I'm doing in my head. And so negative 7 plus 12 is positive 5, and then over 3. And you always check to reduce at the end, but there are no common factors here, right, between 2c and 5, nothing bigger than 1. So we can't reduce, and we don't have any, definitely not any common factors with 3, so bigger than 1. So that's it. So we just leave it like that. All right, so same thing over here. So this one's a little more challenging because I have, monomers, variables, things going on. So what I want to do is I want to think about, I want to get everything, my LCD, my least common denominator, what I want it to be is everything here represented and everything here represented with no excess, right? No waste. And so I need 5 and I need y squared, right? So I'm just taking this and bringing it straight down, right? And then what else I need is I need a z, right? Because I already have the 5 and the y taken care of, right? Took care of that, took care of that. Even though I have 2 y's, that takes care of 1 y for sure. So all I need is an extra z, so I'm just going to add a z in there. So that's the LCD, okay? So now what I want to do with that is I want to make sure that this is the LCD. So what I'm missing there is a z, so I'm going to multiply by z here on top and bottom, okay? And then here what I'm missing is another y, because I need a y squared to get this to be 5y squared z. So I'm going to multiply by y on top and bottom. Okay, and what we'll end up with on top is 12z over 5y squared z. Okay, so now I have the LCD there, minus 2y, so I multiplied here, all over, and then now this turns into 5y squared z. So now we have these denominators matching up, right? So now we can just combine the numerators. This time we're subtracting, so it's going to be 12z minus 2y all over, the denominator is going to be 5y squared z. And that's it. So we want to check to see if we can reduce. Here we do have a common factor, so we could factor out a 2, but there's not 2 is not a common factor with 5y squared z, so that doesn't really help us, and this is not a factor either. And so anyway, we can just leave it the way it is. So this is a final acceptable final answer. If you want to put this on top instead of this, you can definitely do that too. But yeah, either way, that's as far as we can go. All right, so find a common denominator, apply the common denominator, and then you just combine the numerators by adding and subtracting. And then at the end, see if you can reduce any more. Maybe you have to factor to see what common factors are, and then maybe reduce, maybe not, depending on the problem.